So what is going on, guys? I'm Black, it's amazing. Welcome back to another video on the channel where today we are back with a Zombies Q&A, the series where I take your questions from the comment section below to do with the zombie storyline, Easter eggs, and I answer them. I've got a bunch of questions to do with both the old Aether story and the new Dark Aether story, including old characters in our new timeline, the Aether, the Dark Aether, what is the difference between the two, what even are they, and a load more stuff as well. So as always, if you're going to enjoy today's video, don't forget to drop a like rating, make sure you are subscribed, and don't forget to leave your questions in the comment section below. So the first question of today says, is there any mention of other characters from our old story in Cold War? Like we have Eddie and Samantha, but what about other people like Maxis or Groff? So yes, we all know by now in Cold War Zombies we have two characters who were followed over from the previous timeline, who are both Samantha Maxis and Eddie Richtofen. But of course our old timeline included so many more characters. The Primus crew, Ultimus, they're not going to be involved. But what about people such as the Victor's crew, the Call of the Dead cast, Gersh, Harvey Yena and other people? And well, we do have hints towards some of these characters from intel we can find in Cold War Zombies. The first radio I want you guys to listen to is from Gorev, who we know works for Omega, where he talks about his grandfather's brother, who was a famous soldier in Stalingrad.
The infamous Requiem strike team. After a year of being Omega's itchy skin rash, it is almost a pleasure to finally make your acquaintance. I do not believe we have had formal introduction. I am Gorev. No first or last name, just Gorev. Want to know secret? Gorev is code name. Family name is... well, I do not want the attention. Grandfather's brother, he was famous soldier in Stalingrad. You see, some secrets are okay.
Gorev in the storyline right now is pretty much Kravchenko's number 2. It was Kravchenko that recruited him for the Omega group. He is a patriot, however. You hear him say, I am Gorev. No first or last name, just Gorev. Want to know a secret? Gorev is codename. Family name is, well, I don't want the attention. Grandfather's brother, he was a famous soldier in Stalingrad. So Gorev isn't even his real name, it's just a codename, a disguise. We don't actually know what his full name is, but he hints towards his grandfather's brother being a famous soldier in Stalingrad. So there was obviously something that Treyarch wanted us to work out here, especially since they're telling us Gorev isn't even his name. They won't give us his last or first name for some reason. He wants to keep it secret because the family name is so well known and he doesn't want the attention. And what famous soldier do we know from past timelines that was in Stalingrad? That is VIKTOR REZNOV. Just trying to work out the dates here. So we know Reznov died in the 1960s in Vorkuta. However, he fought during World War II in Stalingrad. In Reznov's biography, he said his father was a famous musician in Stalingrad. That was during the time of German occupation. The point is, we know VIKTOR REZNOV was a famous soldier in Stalingrad. If he was Gorev's grandfather's brother, well, we don't know Gorev's exact age. I mean, he looks in his 30s maybe, or 40s. But if he's that age in the 80s, and Reznov was his grandfather's brother, who fought during the 1940s, it's very possible. Like I said, what other reason would Treyarch have for hiding Gorev's name? Why wouldn't he want us to know? His family name must have a reputation, and the only famous soldier we know who fought in Stalingrad with a reputable name that you might or might not want was VIKTOR REZNOV. He was involved in our previous Zombies timeline. We even saw on the map Gorod-Korovi. There is a sign that says, vengeance is mine, V, so Reznov was in Gorod-Korovi at some point. But yeah, that's just one example of old characters being involved in Cold War Zombies. But there are a couple more we hear of via a radio from someone called Pytree. He is a character that is trapped within the Dark Aether. He says this.
I have seen many things in my travels. For all its horror, there is beauty in this deep, dark ether. The crystals, they take our memories. They make us forget who we were. But our memories do not fade. They are taken from us and form something new, something magical. Orbs. I have seen many in my time here. So many memories. So many stories to tell. Memories of a Russian scientist, of an American spy. There is one orb. It is different. Special. It is like me. It can cross between worlds. It is filled with the laughter of a child. I may never learn who the child is or what happened to them, but their memories are powerful.
So he tells us the crystals in the Dark Aether, they take people's memories. They make us forget who we were. But that doesn't mean the memories fade. They are taken from them and form into something new, which are the orbs. In Outbreak, one of the objectives is to shoot the orb with laughing children coming from it. In return, you get essence. But these orbs we see are people's memories. And while Patry tells us he's seen many memories in the Dark Aether, many different stories to tell, memories of a Russian scientist and memories of an American spy. And well, again, if you are familiar with the zombie storyline, two names should come to your head straight away when you hear those words. An American spy being Dr. Harvey Yena, and a Russian scientist being Anton Gersh. We know Yena was an American that worked for Group 935 who was employed by Maxis, however it turned out he was a spy, and in the end, as we hear in the Tagdo Totem radios, Harvey Yena went back to work with Gersh, the Russian scientist. And of course this all makes sense because what happened at the end of Tagdo Totem, everything was banished to the Dark Aether, including Gersh and Yena. They would have been trapped in the Dark Aether as well. So if Patry in the Dark Aether is now hearing memories of a Russian scientist and an American spy inside of them, clearly both of these characters became trapped in the Dark Aether and their memories were then taken by the crystals and formed into these orbs. So yeah, there we go, and as far as I'm aware, that's all of the characters that are mentioned from the previous timeline. The next question says, can you explain the difference between the regular Aether and the Dark Aether? What are they used for? So I think someone who can probably explain this a little bit better than I can is Dr. Maxis, because in Alpha Omega there is a radio from him where he talks about the Aether and what it is.
By this point, I must assume you are receiving these messages. I hope you are, especially after what I have just learned. I believe I have uncovered why Dr. Monty will not destroy Element 115. The Aether is inextricably linked with Agartha. They are one and the same. Agartha, the physical space, is constructed and exists of the Aether. From this we can surmise there is no way to destroy the Aether unless Agartha itself were to be destroyed. Now, the ramifications for destroying Agartha are not yet clear. After all, it's interwoven into the fabric of all realities, meaning its destruction would impact all of existence. It could very well reset all of time and space. Imagine restarting the universe, but without the influence of the Aether. Yes, this is the reason. This is why Dr. Monty will not truly fix the paradox. Destroying Agartha, it would mean the end of him.
So we know the Aether has existed since the very beginning. It is known as many different things, not just the Dark Aether, but also the place below creation, hell, the dimension of death, and we can see from this drawing we can find in Tagdo Totem, in the middle there we have us, Earth, above it we have the place above creation, so that would be Agartha, and then at the bottom below Earth we have the place below creation, that is the Dark Aether. So the Dark Aether is essentially just a corrupted version of the Aether, and what is the Aether? It is essentially, putting it in simple terms, the universe itself. It's, as Maxis explains to us, the material that fills the universe. So the Aether is the universe. The Dark Aether is a corrupted version of that. So there we go guys, that is it. That is all I have for you for today's video. As always, hopefully you have enjoyed. If you have, you know what to do, drop a like rating, make sure you are subscribed to stay up to date with the latest videos on the channel. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Until then, goodbye.